Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Chemistry Made Simple for NEET. I am Dr. Radha Subramaniam with a PhD in Chemistry. So before starting our session today, we will just share a few important tips on how to fill OMR sheet in NEET. So I am just sharing the NTA guidelines for 2021 NEET and mostly there won't be much change for this year also. So firstly, just remember that you have to use only blue or black point pen to darken the circles in the NEET OMR sheet. You should not tamper or scratch the OMR sheet in NEET, as these are evaluated by computer software and any scratch may lead to rejection. So be extremely careful regarding this. Then the students are advised not to write anything else on the OMR sheet or make any specific symbol or sign. And boxes to write names of applicants, their parents' names are all provided. The NTA OMR sheet for NEET also has a declaration column. Students will have to sign with time in running handwriting in the declaration column. The NEET examiners must make sure that the code printed on the OMR sheet for NEET is the same as that on the NEET 2022 text booklet. Along with marking the answers, specific spaces or boxes are provided in the OMR sheets to fill information like roll numbers, test booklet numbers and test booklets codes. And students are advised not to fill in more than one option for any of the questions because there is only one answer. And our answers in the OMR NEET sheet should be marked in appropriate spaces against the number corresponding to the question. Be extremely careful and not to make any mistakes when filling up the roll number or any other details. So I will be sharing more such tips in coming videos, especially for you. Now we will move on to a unit chemical bond, which is very important for your exam. And now first we will discuss what is chemical bond. A chemical bond, you can define it as the attractive force which holds various entities. What are entities? Like ions or electrons or whatever it is together in different chemical substances, and mainly compounds are formed from chemical bond atoms or ions, and bonding involves only valence electrons. What are valence electrons? These are the electrons which are placed in the outermost shell of any atom. Okay, so you can see here how different bonds hold different units together in any substance. Suppose see here, the blue one is sodium and the green one is chlorine. So these are the bonds which holds the different atoms in NaCl. It is 2Na, suppose this is just an example, 2Na and 2Cl chloride atom. These are all bound together by chemical bond. Okay, now you have to remember the first 20 elements electronic configuration, that is very important. Atoms mostly they have got a tendency to lose or gain electrons of their outermost shell. Why they are doing this? Because to get full octet or full valence shell, and hydrogen is the first atom, that's atomic number is 1. So in order to attain configuration, it needs one more electron. So 2 is the maximum number of electrons which can be present in the first orbit. So that is, there is a number like 2, 8, 8 first shell, maximum 2 electrons, second shell 8 electrons, like that. So hydrogen has only 2. So what it does, it will either mostly accepts 1 electron, and for hydrogen H will combine with another H, they sharing the 1 electron. So forming H2 molecule. So one H atom and one H atom covalent bond is formed. I will explain regarding covalent bond, ionic bond and all in the coming part of this video. So just we will first focus on the electronic configuration of first 20 elements. For helium it is 2C, 2 electrons are there. Then lithium is the third element. So first orbit has got 2 electrons, and out of 3, 2 is gone. How much is left? Only 1. So that 1 electron will go to the second shell. And for beryllium, that is 4. First orbit has got 2 electrons. You can also say shell instead of orbit, and remaining out of 4, 2 gone means 2 more are there. It goes to the next shell. Like that it goes on filling up. And oxygen, atomic number is 8. So first shell 2 electrons are there. then out of 8 2 gone, how much is left? 6. So 6 electron will go to the outermost valence shell. Okay, and sodium atomic number is 11. So here how much till fluorine there are only 2 orbits. So from sodium onwards 3 orbits are there, because first shell has got 2 electrons, then the second 8, maximum 8 can be accommodated in the second shell. So 2 plus 8 is 10. How much is left? 1. That 1 electron will go to the outermost shell. So you know, in case of sodium, from the configuration you can say whether it is a metal or non-metal. Since it has got only 1 electron in the outermost orbit, it's very easy for sodium to donate or give away this 1 electron to form the octet, because if it wants to complete the octet or configuration, either it should get 7 electrons more or give away this 1 electron. So it's better to lose 1 electron because only less energy of less amount of energy is needed for that. Sodium loses this 1 electron and becomes Na plus, because it gives away 1 electron, it gets 1 plus charge. And what is inert gas configuration? Inert gases means the noble gases, they have got fully satisfied octet, like you know, helium, neon 2 8. So the octet is satisfied. So such gases are called inert gases. Now Lewis structure is very important. How to draw Lewis structure and Lewis symbol. From all atoms you just sum up the valence electrons, and for each negative charge add 1 and subtract 1 for each positive charge. Look here for Na and put 1 dot Mg. Magnesium has got you know, valency 2, atomic number is 12, so 2882. So outermost shell 2 electrons it gives away, and 2 electrons it gets 2 plus charges. Like you can write Mg, the name of the element, and put 2 dots which indicates the charges or the valency condition. For oxygen, look here, 6 electrons are there, it takes 2 more electrons to make it 8. If it takes, accepting means it's a negative charge, so 2 accepted and completes the octet. And you know, firstly you have to draw a skeletal structure with atoms attached by single bonds, and then you can complete the octets of the atoms bound to the central atom. Place extra electrons to the central atom, like this you complete the octet. Place extra electrons, and then if the central atom it doesn't have an octet, you try to form multiple bonds. And for Lewis symbols you can see like dots are arranged around the atomic symbol like this. And it was observed that electron configuration of many substances after ion formation was that of inert gas, that is called octet rule. And electronic configuration of each reactant in the formation of NaCl gives Na plus, that is the octet of neon, inert gas. Chlorine is that of argon. Hope you understood this concept very clearly. It's very simple, nothing difficult in it to understand. Now what is meant by ionic bonding? As I said, the chemical bond formed by the transfer of electrons from one atom to another is known as electrovalent or ionic bond. Like a few examples are given here: NaCl, KCl, MgCl2, MgO, CaO, NH4Cl, CaCl2, etc. As I said earlier, in NaCl, the bond is formed between sodium and chlorine. What happens? Sodium gives 1 electron to chlorine and achieves plus 1, and chlorine will accept because chlorine has got 7 electrons, its atomic number is 17, so 287. Chlorine needs 1 more electron to complete the octet to make it 8. So what chlorine does, it takes 1 electron from sodium and becomes Cl minus, and sodium gives 1 electron and become plus 1. So like that all these cases ionic bonds are formed, and when ionic bond is formed, a cation transfers electron to anion. Neutral atom, cation and anion. Cation is what? Positive ions are called cation, remember that well. Negative ions are called anions, and loss of electrons leads to cation plus ion, gain of electrons lead to anion minus ion. As I said, in the formation of sodium chloride bond, sodium C2, then outermost shell has got, you know, after transferring of electron, chlorine has got 1 electron, 7 electrons in the outermost shell, and sodium has got 1 electron in the outermost shell. After transfer of electrons, sodium loses 1 electron and forms Na plus. chlorine will gain 1 electron and form Cl minus. So, that is how NaCl bond is formed. Clear? Now, next, what are the characteristics of ionic bonds? Now, always metal atoms will form ionic bonds because the outermost shell forms positive ions or cations, because if you take outermost shell, it can see maximum valence electrons 1, 2 or 3, up to that it will form ionic bonds. Non-metals always gain electron and they form only negative ions or anions, mostly they form only covalent bond. Ionic bonds result from attraction between the oppositely charged ions. You can see sodium and chlorine, as I said earlier, that red marked 1 electron to the outermost shell goes to the chlorine atom. Chlorine accepts that electron and forms chloride ion, which is an anion. Sodium ion, that is a cation, and forms sodium chloride. Remember that. The formation of triple covalent bond in nitrogen. So, how is triple covalent bond formed? If one pair of electron is shared, it is single bond. 2 pairs of electron sharing means double bond. 3 pairs of electrons between 2 atoms sharing means it is triple covalent bond. So, electronic configuration of nitrogen is 2, 5. So, what does it mean? It has got 5 valence electrons. It needs 3 more electrons to complete the inert gas and structure and attain stability. So, what happens to nitrogen atoms will share the pair of electrons, 3 electrons, see, that is why triple bond, and then forms a nitrogen N2 gas. So, this is how it is formed, and hope it is clear to you. Then covalent bond in hetero-atomic molecule like water. Atoms participating in the covalent bond formation are different, then they are called hetero-atomic molecules. Hydrogen atom has got 1 valence electrons, it needs 1 more electron to get helium gas structure and becomes stable, whereas oxygen has 6 valence electron, it needs 2 more electrons to achieve the octet. So, both hydrogen and oxygen will become stable by sharing 1 electron with each oxygen atom, and 1 hydrogen, 1 oxygen, H2O2 hydrogen with 1 oxygen, sharing of bonds, covalent bond. Look here, oxygen 2 and 6. From 1 hydrogen it shares 1 electron here, from another hydrogen atom it shares another hydrogen. See, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, for oxygen inert gas structure is there. See, look, for hydrogen it has now 2 electrons, octet condition satisfied. This hydrogen also has 2 electrons. So, that is how H2O, this is single bond. Hope it is clear to you. Okay. Now, there are different types of covalent bond. Single covalent bond when only 1 pair of electron are shared, double covalent bond, and triple covalent bond, 3 electron pairs, 2 electrons pair. Here we are having a few examples, and you have to know how the bonds are formed by just drawing it. Is very easy. First draw H, then Cl, 1 electron for H, for Cl 7 electrons. So, sharing that 1 electron, single bond, like that you can draw the figure and find out. Now, Linus Pauling, he won 2 Nobel Prizes. He was the person who developed techniques to investigate chemical bonding and molecular structure, and he won the Nobel Prize for his investigation in genetic chemistry, and second for his efforts to stop nuclear war testing. What a great personality. Now, formation of single covalent bond in chlorine. Look here, a single covalent bond, it is formed by sharing one pair of electrons between 2 atoms. What is the electronic configuration of chlorine? Its atomic number is 17. So, 2, 8, 7. 7 valence electrons are there. It needs 1 more electron to achieve inert gas configuration. Now, what happens? Both the chlorine atoms will become stable by sharing 1 electron with each other. This is the structural formula. This is the molecular formula. Is 7 they will share 1 electron and then complete the octet. Now, see, just a summary, each bond, how does it look like? This is known polar covalent bond. This is polar covalent bond. See, in the middle it looks like this, partial positive charge and partial negative charge, like in water molecule. Okay. Now, like this, after this, firstly it's just looking like this, and then when the positive charges from here, the electrons move towards this end, this parts get slightly positive and negative charges accumulate here, this is slightly negative, then it becomes like positive and negative. This is ionic bond. Now, formation of ionic bond in sodium chloride, this is very important and easy also. Sodium's electronic configuration atomic number is 11, 281 is the configuration. Sodium atom will donate 1 electron, and to attain the outermost electron structure it becomes +1. Chlorine will accept it and 287. So, when it acts as one more electron, it becomes 288. And how it formed, this is the structure, that is NaCl, and molecular formula it's like this. That is how the bond, ionic bond in sodium chloride is formed. Simple explanation. Now, double covalent bond formation in carbon dioxide, very easy. Carbon's atomic number is 6, so 2 4. It has got 4 valence electrons, needs 2 more electrons to for 1 carbon atom, and for 2 carbon atoms needs 8 electrons. So, oxygen has got only 1 carbon atom and 2 oxygen atoms. Carbon atomic number 6 and has got 4 valence electron, whereas oxygen has got atomic number 8 and 2 6. It needs 2 more electrons to achieve the configuration. So, what happens is that oxygen needs 2 more, and carbon has 4 valence electrons. So, 2 electrons here for carbon, 2 electrons here, you have to draw like that, and oxygen 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So, here like this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, oxygen's octet is complete. For this oxygen 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and for carbon also 1 4 and 4 8. See, that is how the bond is formed. So, see, 2 pairs of electrons are shared, double bond will come, here also double bond will come. Okay, put a cross mark for carbon's electron and a dot for oxygen's electron. So, you can easily distinguish from the figure. Okay, now polar covalent bond. Here the combining atoms will be having negative charges, and one atom will be slightly more electronegative than other. Here oxygen is more electronegative, so the electrons will move shift towards oxygen. It gets partially negative charge, and hydrogen will get partially positive charge, and H2O is formed. And bond polarity, polar bond you can write like this: partial negative positive for hydrogen, partial negative for chlorine, and electronegativity difference is given, and bond type is non-polar, and if it is 0.5 to 2 electronegativity difference, it is polar. If it is 2, it is ionic. What is electronegativity? It is a capacity or tendency of an element or ability of atom in a molecule to attract shared pairs of electrons. Pauling has given a special scale for electronegativity, and I am doing this in 2 sessions. I will be uploading the second part of the video earliest, because you have got only a couple of days, around roughly 2 months for your NEET exam. So, I hope all of you are preparing well, and many of you are unaware of this channel. I am especially doing it for students who cannot afford to pay high fees for coaching institutes. So, I request you to share the channel with the needy friends of yours in your circle, and please do like, share and support this channel, all of you, and press the bell icon, so that as soon as I post new videos, you will get the notifications immediately. With that, I am winding up today's session, and watch for more videos from this channel. I will be also uploading a few lessons from physics, so because many of my students are telling that they want a few units from physics also, and a few easy tricks to solve physics sums. So, I will be soon uploading that, and please do share with your friends for sure and support me. Thanks for watching the video.